Alice cooking show about to kick off here in a moment. Just got my michelada. It's a beer mix from Mexico. Quite good. Very good. Hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to be making and showing you how to make Italian Braciole. So, which is rolled stuffed beef, or you could use other meats. But that's what we're going to focus on today. So I'll be back with you in just a moment to get cooking. Hey all, another cooking show from Al. So we're going to have a little fun today. I got on my playlist so far, I got Bills, which is a really good song. Everybody's got to pay bills right now. Tough time, I understand, for everybody. Just going to lower this a little bit. You can hear me a little better. I got my Soul Michelada. Michelada is a beer drink. It's with beer and some different ingredients, like a Maggi seasoning or a Browning seasoning, some spices. Actually pretty good. But let's go through what we're making today. You're probably already wondering. I'm going to give you a pan, see if anybody can figure it out. We're actually going to be making Italian Braciole. So it's spelled Braciole, B-R-A-C-I-O-L-E. And that is from the southern region of Italy. So basically what Braciole means is just rolled, thin, stuffed meat. So I'm going to go over the ingredient list here, and then we'll get to cooking. So basically you have your thin strips of beef here. You can use any meat you want, but it's classic is beef. This is top round. You can certainly use a flank steak or skirt steak. You can go with sirloin, but it's usually made traditionally with the bottom or top round. It's generally going to be with breadcrumbs and some cheeses and some herbs. I'm adding onions and peppers and bacon again, so to complement yesterday's, which now is leftover greatest of all time mac and cheese. Look for my video for that. But so just quick recipe ingredient list or supplies. You're going to need your meat. This one here is only about 10 ounces. There's 4 slices here. So it's going to make 2 small rolls a piece because we're just cooking for 2 here. Of course, you would make more and you would just increase it. I'm going to cook up 4 slices of bacon. I'm going to slice up about a third of the onion, about a half a bell pepper, mozzarella cheese. I didn't have Italian breadcrumbs, but I like making them myself anyway. These are just regular breadcrumbs. We were retired in Mexico, so a lot of the stuff is in Spanish. But anyway, for Italian breadcrumbs, I'm going to add my own garlic powder and Italian herbs, and we'll go from there. It looks like you'll need some Parmesan, which will go in the mix for the breading with the veggies and the cheeses and the garlic. For the sauce, definitely, if you have the opportunity, make your own tomato sauce. For me, for this tutorial, I'm just going to use a jar of Prego with a little bit of beef stock just to thin it out of here. And then basically, you put the filling in, you roll it up, you toothpick them together, which we'll show you a little bit later on, and you brown them up once they're all stuffed and toothpicked in the pan. Then you put your sauce on, cover, simmer for 90 minutes to 2 hours, and you have an amazing Italian Braciole. So check back with me soon, and we'll get cooking. All right, see you soon. Okay, hey, we're back. I got Alanis Morissette, Ironic on there, and isn't it ironic that we're cooking once again? Because that's what we're doing every day right now. So again, I wish everybody safety and health in these difficult times. So really the first step is about a third to a half onion, depending on the size of your onion. Going to go ahead and just, slice these lengthwise and then down the center, and just give yourself some nice strips. Okay, bell pepper, about a half of a bell pepper. I'm using a nice yellow one that I had here. And just make thin strips, probably about a 1/4 inch thick. And then 4 strips of bacon. If you've watched my greatest of all time mac and cheese video that I posted yesterday, you know that if I need some oil, And I'm making bacon. I'm going to saute these bad boys just the same way in the pan, with the bacon fat being the grease. So I'm going to get these into the pan. Just put them on about medium high. I'll get the bacon going first, let them crisp and start to sweat a little bit. Throw in the peppers and onions, and I'll remove everything once everything's nice and softened. And it doesn't have to be too caramelized, because this is going to cook further inside the braciole. So just enough to slightly soften the veggies, or give them some, flavor, some color. And then bacon just to get it rendered down. You don't have to go super crispy, because again, it's gonna simmer in sauce for an hour or so. All right, be back at you in a minute. Okay, so I'm sauteing up that bacon, onions, and the bell peppers. Bacon's just about done. I'm gonna pull those in a moment, and then just let the peppers and onions just soften up just a little bit longer, not too much, but definitely smells amazing in here. Bacon always makes everything smell good, but yeah, it's great. So we'll be back at you shortly, and we'll keep going. All right, welcome back. Got a little deep purple smoke on the water. We turn that down a drop, just keep it motivated. So you can see our bacon, onions, and peppers are done. There was some extra bacon grease. A lot of people will save that. I didn't think of that. But I did not save it, but I did let it dry in some paper towel, as you can see, and wipe the pan clean. So anyway, we have our top round here, and even though it comes thin, again, you want to ask your butcher to slice it thin for you. It's kind of hard to cut it that thin yourself, but you could just buy a thin cut. But a lot of these it's called for Milanese, they call it. You'll see those kind of cuts. But anyway, even still with that being thin, probably I'd have to say it's probably about a 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch thick. We're still going to go and take our anger and frustration out. Living down here in Mexico, we're still trying to get stuff we're used to back in the U.S. So this is actually a potato masher. So I'm going to try for the first time to pound my meat with it. So let's see how this goes. Oh wow, it's working pretty good. Oh, you want to put it in between two pieces of plastic so you don't kill the meat and rip the meat. So this is actually working pretty good. You want to apply pressure towards the ends, back and forth, and it's going to thin things out and make it a little more uniform. So yeah, that works pretty good. So I'll continue with that the rest, but prior to that, I can kind of tell you what the next steps are going to be. So the next step's basically going to be assembling these bad boys. So I have a 1/4 cup of Italian breadcrumbs. I only had regulars, so I put about a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian herbs and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder to kind of make my own. And they're some of the best Italian breadcrumbs I ever had. So I had plain breadcrumbs, added some seasonings right there. Again, we live in Mexico now, so ajo de polvo. That basically means your ground ajo is garlic. And Italiano, salsa seasoning. So, but it's your base Italian blend. Also, we got, how much in there? 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm going to shred a little bit of mozzarella to go with that, which is going to go in the blend. Also a 1/4 cup. And my mistake, I'm sorry, it's a 1/2 cup of the grated Parmesan. My sauce is ready. Again, I went with the jarred, and I need 3 cups of sauce, plus a 1/4 cup of beef broth. It's just caldo de res. So that would be your beef stock by Campbell's in the U.S. So basically, it took one of those jars, came out pretty darn close to the 3 cups, just about. And I added the 1/4 cup just to thin it out and give it a little more richy beef flavor, if you will. So when we're ready for sauce time, I'm going to marry that with a little bit of minced garlic in the sauce, probably about a teaspoon. But I'm also, when we're rolling this beautiful meat with our mixture, I'm going to put a little bit of that, probably about 1/2 teaspoon of the minced garlic rubbed on the meat. And basically that's it. Oh, of course, in this edition, I'm going to put some of these peppers and bacon and onions in there. We'll mix up these other ingredients. We'll roll it, get it seared off in the pan, put the sauce on, cover, and then go kick back with a few cocktails while you wait for goodness to happen. So we'll be back with you soon. And we're back. Listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, Summertime. So let me just lower this down and we'll continue our lesson. So you can see the meat is all pounded very thinly, very nicely. Salted it, just cracked it with some salt. Definitely fresh garlic's recommended, but I used the minced garlic in a jar just to rub a little bit over, just for a coating. So I would say probably about a teaspoon. Just rub the meat with it, both sides, and then I stacked them up. So it's time for the breading, which is traditional for Braciole in Italian, and it's going to be our quarter cup of shredded mozzarella, the half a cup of the Parmesan, the quarter cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Again, I had regular, just plain breadcrumbs. I mixed them up as previously mentioned myself and made breadcrumbs. Then I'm also using 1 teaspoon again of the minced garlic. So just gonna mix all this together. Doesn't have to be like pounded and blended, just enough to blend everything through. With the one hand it's a little tough, so you kind of get the gist. And then we'll be back here in a moment to get rolling, toothpicking, and searing. So we'll see you in a little bit. Hey, welcome back. So I got the ingredients, or the stuffing I should say, laid out here on one, but I'll kind of show you our little piles. We got the bacon, sauteed bell peppers and onions together, and then over here we have the breading mix, which again was some mozzarella, some garlic, Italian breadcrumbs, Parmesan. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to start rolling this up like a jelly roll. I'll show you in a moment. Again, need my other hand here. And then we're going to use the toothpicks to keep them tight. And then we'll get them seared off in the pan in the sauce, and then you can chill for about an hour and a half. So be right back. Alright, and we're back. In the background on my playlist I got REM's It's the End of the World as We Know It. Kind of appropriate. Things will probably be different in the future, but hopefully we're better prepared. Again, I hope everybody is being safe and taking precautions and healthy. That's the most important. But you still have to eat. So right here I have my rolled up Bracioles. Stuck 3 toothpicks straight across. Saw the filling in the last little bit. So right now we're just going to brown them off on high in the pan. Oh, look at that sizzle. Nice sizzle. This pan should hold 4. And we're just basically going to brown both sides. It can be hard to brown the toothpick. So along both sides. And then basically we're going to add the sauce when we're done browning and cover it and simmer. Be back at you in a minute. Alright, I'm back, and these are looking nicely browned on one side. As you can see, that nice beautiful brown. The other side should be caramelized pretty nice. So now it's time to just pour in the sauce and just cover it up and go relax for a little bit. That's all it's all about. You want to make sure to cover the meat nicely just so it's not dry. I mean, it won't be dry when you have it covered, but it's always good to put a nice coat on top. Sorry, my camera was a little off on the adjustment. And that's really it. Gonna just shake it up a little bit to even it out. Put the cover on. I've already adjusted to a simmer, and we'll go from there. I'll probably check the tenderness in about 90 minutes. Somewhere between 90 minutes to 2 hours, but You know, if the meat seems like it's very tender, you can take it out anytime. But I'm going to go for 90 minutes here. We'll be back with you, and we'll see what the finished product looks like. All right. We got 2 hours to get a beverage. Peace. All right, we're back. Let's check on this. It's been going for about an hour and 15 minutes, getting close. Let's see what it looks like. Haven't even looked myself. Oh, that's looking good. Smells really good. Ooh, boy. All right. Almost there. Be back soon. Hey, guys. There's the wrap. What do you think? Look at that beautiful Braciole. A little bit of yesterday's ooey gooey, delicious, cheesy mac and cheese. Check out my video if you haven't seen it on YouTube. Had a little bit of the leftover breadcrumb mixture here, so I think I'm gonna take one of these bad boys here, put it with that, and okay, I made a mess. And just maybe top it. Give me a minute here, just a little bit over the top. Remember, it has some mozzarella in it, some seasoning, some breadcrumbs. Put that on there. Okay. I can come back over and get a scoop of sauce over in the pot here. Just add a little bit more sauce. What the heck? Look at those onions coming off of there. Well, that's it. That's the wrap, as they say. See, get it? Wrap? You see the wrap? Okay. Well,
sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, hush, I'm doing a video over here. Alright, well anyway, everybody do well, eat well, manja, enjoy. That's Amore. Hold on. There I am. Enjoy. Be safe, be well, social distance, or I'll tell your mother. Peace. Just one quick update, forgot to tell you, the Braciole took an hour and 20 minutes. All right, enjoy.